Euripides, one of the most famous ancient Greek playwrights in 485 BCE, wrote many prominent works that are still recognized by many historians today. He grew up in Athens but later was invited to live in Macedonia, Greece, by Achilles, where he writes most of his famous plays. Euripides was mostly known for the way he wrote his plays in a rich and informative manner, connecting to the audience. This includes the wonderful known classic of Hercules, which was written in 416 BCE. This tale is still frequently read today and interpreted in many ways, for example, movies. The subject or moral meaning of the play was the importance and compassion of friendship, which was quite a big problem in Greek society. It was all around the thought that there were two perspectives in which gods were viewed in Hercules. You had one group that praised and supported the gods in what they did, as on the other hand, the argument was that civilians felt gods were taking advantage or controlling them, bringing the main ideas that Euripides was playing on. Euripides was a most remarkable writer who had a way of baffling and startling his audiences. This was done possible by the way he structured his language and utilized many everyday expressions. Euripides did not only improve as well as popularize Greek tragedy, but being responsible, he also brought tragedy closer to the experience of an ordinary citizen than ever before. Like all major playwrights of his time, Euripides competed in the annual Athenian dramatic festivals held in honor of the god Dionysus, the god of wine and fruit, who was a close friend to Euripides. He entered the festival in 455 BCE and came out with the success of 4 victories, which were Medea, the Bacchus, Alcestis, and the Trojan woman, in the time period of 441 BCE. Euripides was known for taking a new approach to literature, as he wanted his plays to reflect and embody his critical aspects of society. He voiced his concerns about the society's values by incorporating them into his play in the form of themes. This has been represented through quotes found in the text of Hercules. In this quote, Euripides is trying to indicate the theme of betrayal, as he wants the audience to feel the intensity of the mood. Here are a few lines from Hercules. Grant it, and bid my servants undo the bolts. Go in and deck yourselves. Robes do not grudge, but as soon as you have clothed yourselves, I will return you, to consign you to the netherworld. The story of Hercules begins when Lycus, the ruler of Thebes, is planning to kill Hercules' mortal father Amphitryon, as well as Hercules' family. In the underworld, there are beasts that are guarding Zeus's altar, while the family clings onto it for hope. Thinking that Hercules is defeated by Hades, having no one else to come and rescue them, Lycus cannot control his temper, and with that makes him order to burn the temple where the family is kept. Megara, the wife of Hercules, refuses to die like a coward. Hoping to not give up her husband's reputation, she decides to dress her children in red robes, quoting, "Allow me to deck my children in the robes of death." Suddenly, the hero himself returns, Hercules explaining about the delay of saving Thebes from the underworld god. Hearing the story of Creon's overthrow, Lycus is more furious to kill Megara and her family. But when met, he unexpectedly sees Hercules and in a quick instant is dead. With happiness, the chorus sings songs of joy, but is soon met to Iris and Lysa, who force Hercules to go mad and kill his children. In madness, Hercules wanders around and commits lawful acts. To put a stop, goddess Athena puts him asleep. Attached to 2 pillars surrounded by the dead of his family, his father tells him what he has done, and with that, he vows to take his own life. Unfortunately, in 406 BCE, the great Euripides passed away in Macedonia, where he wrote many of his famous plays that are still read today and become an important model in modern society. It is found that he wrote 90 extraordinary plays during his time, with 19 still existing. He became one of the best known and most influential dramatists in classical Greek culture. And not only that, but brought Greek culture as well as literature in a way that it may never be forgotten.